Фан-зону, там мы с вами и...
Сотовый бой ведет ледовая дружина. Мы верим в мужество отчаянных парней, в хоккей играют настоящие мужчины. Трус не играет в хоккей, трус не играет в хоккей. За воротами противников все чаще победный гол опять фиксирует фонарь. Но если надо, защищается блестяще великолепная пятерка и вратарь. Сотовой ведет ледовая дружина. Мы верим в мужество отчаянных парней, в хоккей играют настоящие мужчины. Трус не играет в хоккей, трус не играет в хоккей.
Салют приглашается сборная команда Чехии.
Please welcome the national team of the Czech Republic.
Салют приглашается сборная команда Казахстана.
And now please welcome team Kazakhstan.
Судьи лицензированы и назначены Международной федерацией хоккея на льду.
The game officials have been licensed and assigned by the International Ice Hockey Federation.
Главные судьи Petersburg и Тимоти Майер.
The referees of the game, Peter Republic and Thomas Meyer.
Линейные судьи Василий и Петр Шевчик.
The linesmen of the game, Vassilian and Peter Shevchik.
Представляем стартовый состав сборной команды Казахстана.
And now we welcome the starting lineup for the Olympic team Kazakhstan.
Вратарь номер 20.
In the local team, number 20, Grigori Kolesny.
Защитники номер 3.
All defense, number 3, Вячеслав Красилов.
Номер 7.
And number 7, Максим Зимянов.
Нападающий номер 9.
The forwards, number 9, geo-block.
Номер 27.
Number 27, Brendan Wachowski.
И номер 41.
And number 41, Dustin Boyd.
Представляем стартовый состав сборной команды Чехии.
And now the starting lineup for the game team of the Czech Republic.
Вратарь номер 33.
And the local team, number 33, Fire Francouz.
Защитники номер 5.
On defense, number 5, Jakub Jerzony.
И номер 7.
And number 47, Michal Jordan.
Нападающий номер 10.
The boys, number 10, Mark Chavenka.
Номер 14.
Number 14, Tomasz Plekanec.
И номер 88.
And number 88, David Pastotniak.
Hello from Moscow. Czech Republic looking to keep its winning ways going and try and claim top spot in Group A. Kazakhstan needs some points if they want to challenge for that fourth spot that will get them a qualifying position.
Well, it's the first time these two teams have met since 2005. The two times they have met, the Czech Republic has won, and the Czechs have been very strong in the first 4 games of this tournament.
Czech Republic, 18 goals, only behind Canada and Russia in the offensive department. And 9 seconds in, we get our first stoppage in play.
Czech Republic fans in attendance and the coaches. Vladimir Vucek very happy with what he's seen from his club. Thought they had a great start last game in a 7-0 win over Norway. And Andrei Nazarov talked about the injuries. They lost their captain, Roman Starchenko, didn't play last game, won't play today. Another injury as Hudakov is out of the lineup, and Kazakhstan looking for someone here to help provide a little offense.
The only, probably the best chance Kazakhstan would have is if the Czech Republic ran itself into some penalty trouble, but they don't take a lot of penalties. Centered in front of the net, and Van Koos down on that short side. Nigel Dawes, Dustin Boyd, Brandon Bochenski starting up front. Thomas Plekanec, David Pasternak, and Roman Cervenka starting up front for the Czech Republic. Blast from a sharp angle off the stick of Pasternak, who leads the Czech Republic in shots on goal, adds another one to that total, and now we get a stoppage in play.
The lost puck, it's in Ivanov's pants, I believe, and a look at Nigel Dawes, who's leading the way for Kazakhstan, and a chance earlier. Semyonov just puts it behind the net. Bochenski out front to Dawes, a good shot, and Pavel Francouz goes down and able to make the save. Francouz in the net for Czech Republic. It's the Dominic Furch, who's played 2 games and has 2 shutouts, 51 shots. He is perfect.
Francouz 2.40 goals against average coming into this game. At the other end, Vitaly Kalishnik, his save percentage at .908 is 6th best in the World Championship, so he's had a good tournament.
Well, he's been the busiest goalie in the tournament. He has faced 164 shots.
Berner holding it in for the Czech Republic. Sends it down, sharp angle shot by Kovac, misses the net. Ripik holds it in. Back in behind the net for Kovac, back at the line. And a broken stick there for the defenseman Kolash. Stolen by Ripik. In on Savchenko, to the front of the net. Berner was there, and he couldn't get a stick on it. Simic back at the line. Kondratic let the shot go, deflected wide. And Ivanov is on it for Kazakhstan and plays it out at center. And brought right back in. Kondratic feeds it in. Shot Kalishnik. Makes a good save off of Robert Kusal.
Quick transition. Kazakhstan almost caught in that line change.
Kasper plays it back into his own zone. Kondratic taken away from him by Markelov. Markelov, a real speedster, did not start this tournament in the Kazakhstan lineup, but with the injuries that Shane talked about, he's been in the last couple of games. So Hornoff in front of the net, and a great save by Kalishnik off Kukal. And an icing call against Kazakhstan.
Good pressure from the Czech Republic. A couple of real good opportunities. Nice pass out front. Kukal just couldn't get all of it, but real good speed wide. This was the transition play as Kusal comes in with a chance. Shot there, nobody could get to the rebound. And it was that line of Kusal, Kasper, and Zohorna that had a real strong game last game. Kasper 2 goals, Kusal had a goal, and Zohorna had a goal. They had 4 of the 7 against Norway.
Kalishnik out challenging well outside the crease to make that save. Solerev out to take the face off for Kazakhstan, but controlled. Sharp angle chance there for Jurasek, got steered wide. As Czech Republic to the attack early and often. Jurasek being watched by Korbienkov and knocked off of his stick and down the ice by Solerov. And back for it, Jordan. Michael Jordan of the Carolina Hurricanes. Near side for Jerabek. Jerabek sends it rink wide, a little bit of room through the middle, and sent down low by Filippi. Kukal, a slap shot from Jerabek, that went wide. And the rebound caroms all the way back, and Jordan will hustle back. Sends it ahead for Cervenka, in for Thomas Plekanec. Plekanec forced to the outside by Savchenko, throws it backdoor for David Pasternak. That shot, by the way, earlier was his 20th of this championship for David Pasternak. Semic at the line, redirect, save made, penalty coming up to Kazakhstan. And that will be the 23rd shorthanded situation in this championship for Kazakhstan. Only Denmark has taken more.
And it's Roman Savchenko that's going to head to the box for hooking. Is some pressure from the line of Cervenka, Plekanec, and Pasternak. So the Czech Republic get their first power play as Plekanec's trying to go to the net. Looked like a good stick check to me by Savchenko, but he's going to get the call. And the Czech Republic power play goes to work as they are 3 for 15 in the tournament, 20%. And talking about the penalty kill of Kazakhstan running at 77%. They've allowed 5 power play goals against.
Sent back deep. Played down low, controlled in the corner. Trying to jam it around the boards. Was Triasunov, but it got blocked. Controlled by the Czech Republic, Plekanec. Dishes off for Kondratic. He unloads, looking for that far side, and he missed the net. Kept in by Jerabek. Collision there as Plekanec gets taken down, and Plekanec looks back at the official.
Good play by Solerov. He gets back in time. Plekanec's trying to get that shot away from the high slot.
Jerabek leaves it for Simic. Nice backhand goal by Simic in that win over Norway. Cleared to the line. Lakiza could not get it out. And a quick shot by Kempny, who leads Czech Republic in total ice time in this game, or in this championship, and Kempny fired that one wide.
That was interesting, that game against Norway, as the Czech Republic used their whole bench. Not one player reaching the 20-minute mark. It was Kondratic at 18:52 that had the most ice time.
Kovac looking for Repik. The pass was behind him, and offside called against the Czech Republic.
Look at Kondratic, who did lead them in ice time. Play by Plekanec to Kondratic. He's looking for some room to the far side. A little bit wide on that attempt. Another play by Kempny, the defenseman, as he jumps in. And he gets it wide, so better rearrange the sights here for the Czech Republic.
18 goals in the tournament for the Czech Republic. Kazakhstan has given up 19, and that is most in Group A. Kasper coming off a game where he got a couple. Walks it into the slot, dishes it off, and Kusal with the sharp angle chance. Zohorna plays it back at the line. Zohorna plays it in behind the net. Power play continues for the Czech Republic. Kasper, and a save made by Kalishnik. Jordan will hustle back for Czech Republic, dying seconds of the power play. And this will do it as Brandon Bolchenski steals. And Bolchenski then gets dumped on the play. Kusal for Kasper. Kasper plays it for Zohorna. Left at the line for Kolash. And he'll play it all the way around the boards. Korbienkov for Kazakhstan will send it ahead for Dustin Boyd. Got away from him. And right back in for Kazakhstan. Kukal drops it back for Kolash. And trying to get it to the front of the net was Felipe. Possible odd man rush for Kazakhstan, and the pass for Ivanov missed him. Jurasek right back in for the Czech Republic. Felipe tried to get it to the front of the net. Picked off and back for Romerev. Romerev the wrist shot, and Fankuz will snare that and hang on to it. Scoreless tie, Kazakhstan 1-for-1 on the penalty kill.
Game, and Kazakhstan able to avoid that early power play chance from the Czech Republic. Czech Republic has had some good shots, but Kalishnik able to come up with save as Vitaly Kalishnik has been very busy. We're mentioning spaced the most shots in this tournament, coming off his 8th season with Lokomotiv in the KHL.
4th Worlds for him. His best was in 2005. 5 games played, he had a goals against average of 1.72 and a save percentage of .952. We can see why he's had those good numbers. Buchanan puts this in the net. The play was whistled down. A bit of a late whistle.
Very late whistle. Is a bit of an odd man rush as Buchanan's coming over, and on the far side, Cervenka just ahead of the play, the offside. And not sure how hard Kalishnik tried on this play. Cervenka trying to hold the line. Looks like he might have actually, so Buchanan's finished the play and won't be a goal, and they'll play on.
There would have been a challenge in the National Hockey League on that one. NHL down to the Final 4. San Jose, St. Louis, Tampa, Pittsburgh. Kempny redirects this out at center ice. Pasternak gets it for Plekanec. Floats it wide, short side, didn't get much on it. And then Plekanec got taken to the backboards. Cervenka drops it off. Pasternak, save, rebound, score! Thomas Plekanec has the Czech Republic in front 1-0.
Good play down the wall. David Pasternak does a good play as he covers up at the point, and he's just going to get it to the net. Plekanec's able to fight off coverage in front, and he'll chip the rebound home. But a nice pitch as Kondrata comes down, and Kazakhstan, the turnover. Cervenka going to feed Pasternak the one-timer, and then Thomas Plekanec just sitting on the doorstep. A little backhand chip as Pasternak, a good job through to the net. Roll off some coverage in front as Lepine can't grab Plekanec, and it's 1-0 for the Czech Republic.
Interesting shift for Plekanec as the one that was called back because of the offside, although I don't think Kalishnik maybe played that one as hard as he would have. And then on the same shift, he does open the scoring in this game. So the Czech Republic up by a score of 1-0. Third of the tournament for Thomas Plekanec.
They had the 2-goal game before, now he chips in, the captain for this team, and go to the front of that. But a good job as he just rolls off the coverage of the defender in front, and Kalishnik, as he's sprawled out after making the initial stop, can't recover as that goes up top.
3 shoot, no pass for Thomas Plekanec. 3 goals and still looking for his first assist. Got the Cy Young numbers going. Repik at center ice. Simic heads to the front of the net, try to get a stick for a redirect. And staying with him was Krasno Slobodsev. Repik spins it behind the net. Kovac puts it into the high slot. Away from Repik, he'll track it down. The only blemish on the Czech Republic stat sheet is the game that they had to come back, score late. A late goal from Repik. We're going to have another penalty. And then they went to a shootout, so they won the game, but a 2-point win, not a 3-point win.
That was against Latvia, who will play next against Denmark, coming off devastating loss 10-0 or 10-1 to Russia, as Ivanov will take the second penalty for Kazakhstan in this game. As Werner just trying to get away, gets the stick up into the midsection. Ivanov will head to the box, and Czech Republic, gets their second power play of the game.
Robert Kusal out with Kaspar and Zahorna. That's the line up front. Dudera starts at the point along with Kempny. Zahorna, watched by Savchenko. Centered back for Zahorna. Nice give and go and a big save by Kalishnik. Zahorna right back to the attack. Kempny at the line. Back for Zahorna. To the goal line, cross ice, wow. Dudera was in from the line and had nothing but net.
Not sure if there's Solarov got back in time to run a little bit of interference on that opportunity.
Kusal, his pass got blocked. Dudera from the line. That blast hit somebody in front. May have got the Kalishnik. Kaspar bumped there by Big Lapine. Taken by Kusal. For Zohorna. And back for Kusal. Zohorna looking for that high redirect from Kaspar. He missed it. Kempny will hold this in. Back for Dudera. Back for Kempny. He tries to get it to the front of the net. Brandon Bochinski got a piece of that on the block. Kempny controls again. 40 seconds in the man advantage. And finally grabbed off by Brandon Bochinski. And he'll snap it down the ice.
Kaspar may have caught a high stick as he was coming through that high slot area looking for the tip from Kempny. And a couple words for the ref as he goes for the change.
6 NHL teams for Brandon Bochinski as he heads to the bench and Markelov comes out. And the power play with now 13 seconds here on a Friday the 13th. Slap shot from Kondratik and save made by Kalishnik.
Well, Kalishnik came way out to challenge that save. Real good chance for Zohorna as him and Kusal, a little give and go from the goal line and a nice save as Kalishnik moves well to track that puck. Play is Kaspar trying to cross and it was Solarov. A good job coming back to take away that cross crease pass. Look at Lucas Kaspar, 2 goals in that game against Norway for the Czechs.
A little bit of time in the NHL with the San Jose Sharks for him. Jarabek for Pasternak. Pasternak looking for that far corner, misses. And the power play comes to an end. Kondratik for David Pasternak. Pressuring him was Ivanov, but he sends the pass ahead for Plekanec. Backhander kicked away by Kalishnik. Jarabek trying to send it back for Plekanec. He'll have to, or rather for Cervenka, he'll have to chase it to the near side boards. Plekanec gloves it down, and that'll bring about a stoppage in play as it was gloved from Plekanec to Kondratik.
Kondratik had the first goal of this tournament for the Czech Republic in that game against Russia. A little bit of a confidence builder, not only for him, but for his team as they opened up the tournament with that 3-0 win against Russia.
And shaping up that might be the game that eventually will decide top spot in Group A. Should the Czech Republic go on to win the rest of its games, and should Russia go on to win the rest of its games, we will come back to that opening game of the tournament.
Look at Nigel Dawes, Winnipeg player from Winnipeg, him and Dustin Boyd both from there, and Brandon Bochinski from Minnesota. The 3 of them make up a line for a stand in the KHL, and now part of Team Kazakhstan.
Play in Astana, the KHL, where they now feel that is home. Dawes in for Bochinski, sends it in. Van Kuz deflects it away, and an interference penalty coming on the play to the Czech Republic. And Kazakhstan with the top power play. It'll go to work.
Jan Kolash going to head to the penalty box for the Czechs, and Bochinski just bringing the puck up. It almost looks like Kolash falls into him. Going to get a call as he takes him to the ice. And first power play of the game for Kazakhstan. The #1 power play in the tournament, 7 for 17, running at 41%.
Kolash had just watched Bochinski get rid of the puck as well, so I think those are his arguments. You're right, it looks like he just kind of lost his footing as he tried to stand Bochinski up the line. Semyonov, who leads Kazakhstan in ice time, goes back and sets up the power play for Nigel Dawes. Dawes carries in Bochinski, back for Dawes. Dawes leading Kazakhstan in scoring in this tournament, 6 points. had the shootout goal, the goal that was the winner in their shootout victory, their only victory of this championship, a two-pointer. Kuczynski, watched by Kempny, down for Boyd, and Boyd scores! No!
Hey, Frank, who stopped this? It's in his glove. Not sure what's going on here.
The horn goes, the lights go off.
But it's a great play by Boyd off the line. He's going to drag it, chip it, and it's a save by Francouz. Everybody looks like they're celebrating in front. But Pavel Francouz says, no, hang on a second, it's in my glove. What's everyone celebrating?
And he was emphatic about that. He made a point of it. And rightfully so. It was a great save by Francouz. I'll never trust the goal judge again. Slap shot, Francouz, another save. Took a look behind him, but has it under his pads.
Couple big saves shorthanded now for Francouz of the Czech Republic. Is Semyonov just going to tee this up from the point, has the traffic in front he wants. And Nigel Dawes with a nice redirect. So check by Francouz, looks behind him, but it's underneath his pad.
Power play goals for Kazakhstan. Dustin Boyd has a couple. Semyonov, Dawes, Starchenko, Kuczynski, and Ramirez. They're trying to add to that total right there. Thrown to the front of the net, steered away by Francouz. Semyonov being watched by Cervinka, tipped there by Nigel Dawes over top the net. And caroms around and ricochets back into the Kazakhstan zone. Tryasunov will go back and set up the power play with now 30 seconds left in the man advantage. Ivanov, the wrist shot blocked by Kondratik, taken by Semic to the line, not out, kept in by Lakiza. Throws it for Ramirez, and Kondratik breaks it up, can't clear the zone though. And the slap shot from Savchenko, who is wearing the C in the absence of Starchenko. That went wide, and Filippi will send it ahead for Kukov. He'll take it back into his own zone. Nice bank pass off the boards for his defense partner Jerabek, or Kempny rather. And now Kempny will set it up.
Well, Czech Republic able to kill off their first penalty of the game, but some pressure from Kazakhstan.
Lead pass, Repik in behind everybody, and it got away from him. Talk about the scoring by the Czech Republic. They've had a couple of those now. Repik there, and Pasternak had one of those in behind everybody. Couldn't handle it. Repik with the shot and a great save by Kalishnik. Vitaly Kalishnik has again been terrific.
Still 1-0. Michael Repik, a couple opportunities for the Czech Republic lately, but it's been Vitaly Kalishnik, the netminder from Kazakhstan, that's been able to come up with some big saves to just keep it a one-goal game.
5 goals against for the Czech Republic in the 4 games that they have played. Canada has only given up 4, and Finland and the Czech Republic have given up 5, but Czech Republic leading this pool.
They've been very solid their whole game. A great chance earlier. This was before Kempny trying to find Repik. He just can't get a handle on that pass. He gets away from him, then he gets a great centering feed as Kovac finds Repik, but Kalishnik gets right up against that post, squeezing that right arm to make the save.
Czech Republic with 11 points on 4 wins. One of the wins coming in extra time. It was a shootout win over Latvia. And we'll see Latvia in our second game here at the Ice Palace as they'll take on Denmark later today. Jerabek for Zahorna. Kusal fanned on the shot and then took a bump there from Solera. Back in for Markelov. Checked by Jerabek. And Zahorna's there to take it for the Czech Republic. Back for Jerabek. He'll stuff this on for Kaspar. Lucas Kaspar slap shot off of Korbienkov and wide. Off the side of the net cleared. Back Lakiza starts the attack for Kazakhstan. Sends it out at center ice. After it is Panchin. And he'll play it deep into the Czech Republic zone. Turned over at the line by Cervenka. And Kolash plays it back for Semek. Semek plays it up for Cervenka. It got away from him. And now grabbed off by David Pasternak. Pasternak cuts to the outside. That shot goes off Savchenko wide. Pasternak tracks it down. Tried to come backside for Cervenka. Plekanec holds it in. And now Savchenko will send it ahead, and it's cleared out at center ice by Panchin. Semek back on the attack. Felipe forced to the backhand by Semyonov, and then turns the puck over. Kukal is on it. Tried to get that through for Yaseric, and it was stopped and cleared. And it's Yarosik now on the back check. As it's cleared in for Dustin Boyd. For Nigel Dawes, for Brandon Bochenski. Back for Dustin Boyd. Centers looking for Dawes, had his stick lifted.
It's been a dangerous line for Kazakhstan. And much as the Czech Republic may be taking the play, it's only a 1-goal game.
Shots 15-5, favoring the Czech Republic. Shot by Nigel Dawes, that sailed over top the net. The only win that Kazakhstan has was the shootout win over Switzerland. In that game, they were outshot 51-7.
Vitaly Kalishnik, the netminder for Kazakhstan, that has been very solid for them. He's held them in games. Kazakhstan with a chance. A little bit of a high hit by Repik as he gets the arm up on Korbienkov.
Jerabek plays it through center ice, gets deflected in. Kazakhstan's second game, they lost to Russia 6-4. Then they lost to Norway 4-2 in a game that they gave up 43 shots. And then that wild game with Sweden where they lost 7-3. Sweden scored 3 in a 3-minute and 55-second span in the first period. Sweden got 3 in a 6-minute and 17-second span in the second, and had the 6-1 lead after 40 minutes and went on for the 7-3 win as Kalishnik hangs on to this.
Repik with another chance as he's just going to roll out of the corner and fire this on net. Repik a pair of goals in this tournament. What's that one go on Kalishnik?
So Kalishnik holding his team in. They have been outshot, outplayed, outchanced. But they're down just by 1. A goal by Thomas Plekanec. Kusal and Solera will do the face-off honors. Dustin Boyd is the top face-off man for Kazakhstan at 55% on 88 face-offs taken.
Slashing penalty coming up. I think this is going to go to Kempny of the Czech Republic. So an unnecessary penalty to take at this point in the game. And Kazakhstan Very opportunistic with the power play. Will have a chance to tie this up as Michael Kempney heads to the box for 2 minutes.
That was referee Timothy Mayer we saw make the call as we look at Vladimir Vutek. Coached the Slovakian national team at the World Championships back in 2012. He says that will always be a special tournament. They did very well. They lost to Russia in the final. And despite the fact that he is born and raised in the Czech Republic, he did coach Slovakia in that championship.
Number 6, Michal
Nigel Dawes carries in on the power play. Slap shot from the line didn't get through. And now sent down the ice. Polishnik will leave it and played up for Nigel Dawes. Russia with that big win last night. They now own the 3 top spots in the scoring of this championship. Sapachev, Panarin, Dodonov in that order, and they were electric in that game last night.
Quite the line for Russia, and I think they're adding a little more firepower with Kuznetsov and Ovechkin from Washington.
2 minutes left in the period, under 1. We're into the back half now. The power play for Kazakhstan, second power play of the game for Kazakhstan. This is picked off and cleared all the way down the ice. Winding it up, Ramirez. He has a power play goal. Ramirez for Boyd. And Dustin Boyd's shot went off Kondratik and wide. Stuffed ahead, repick. Short-handed for the Czech Republic. Little spinorama, carries it deep and then gets stopped by Solerev. On the loose puck, Dudera. He'll play it back. Kondratik just slows it right down. Sends it ahead for Kaspar and all the way back for Dudera. And now Dudera will find an opening and send it down the ice, and that should pretty much do it for the short-handed situation for Czech Republic.
Just moving the puck around, play so well together as a team.
Kempney out of the penalty box. Semic plays it back in for Kaspar, looking back for Simic in front of the net. Kaspar tracks it down. Dustin Boyd trying to chop it away from him. Dustin Boyd, a Calgary draft pick in 2004 out of the Moose Jaw Warrior organization. Tryasunov sends it for Semyonov. Semyonov up for Pushkarev. Knocked off his stick. Cervenka with a late chance, and that goes off a stick and out of play.
Vorobyenkov, I think, good defensive stick. Romero trying to bring this puck up the ice by himself and ends up going onto the stick of Dustin Boyd, and Kondratik blocks that shot. It went off him and just wide. Sometimes that can be a little dangerous, just catching up that stick and then find its way into your own net. So look at Thomas Kondratik, led Czech Republic in ice time last game.
That game was the 7-0 win over Norway. So they had the win over Russia, the shootout win over Latvia, a win where they came back from 2 down to beat Sweden. And then they beat Norway 7-0. So you add that up in their games, they have now scored the last 12 goals.
Very solid. And a goal today coming from the captain, Thomas Buchanan, who has them up 1-0.
Gets very busy for these teams now. Czech Republic will play Denmark on Sunday, Switzerland on Tuesday. There's a shot save made as Ramirez let that one go. And then we're into quarterfinal Thursday. And then the semifinal Saturday and the final on Sunday to wrap things up as the first period comes to an end.
Well, although they were outshot badly and outchanced, Kazakhstan just down a goal, still in this game.
Plekanec from Cervenka and Pasternak. And the Czech Republic with a 1-0 lead.
This is the decisive second. The second one we're at. The point of no return. This is where you meet yourself. This is where a new adventure begins. This is the moment. This is your time. Tissot.
Хоккей – это спорт, где все относятся к своему делу по-особенному. И болельщики, и хоккеисты. Здесь каждый старается изо всех сил и выкладывается полностью. Поэтому мы поддерживаем чемпионат мира по хоккею уже много лет. И вкладываемся в тех, кто вкладывается. Райффайзенбанк. Разница в отношении.
The 2016
Наша поддержка, наши победы – это наша игра, это наш хоккей, и это у нас не опять. Ингустрах – официальный партнер чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года.
Welcome back to the Ice Palace. Look at Roman Cervenka, some time in the National Hockey League for him. And Pavel Francouz, the netminder for a very good Czech Republic team.
Yes, and Vitaly Kalishnik, who's been very busy and very good for Kazakhstan in net. He made 15 saves as the Czech Republic outshot Kazakhstan 16-6. Saw Nigel Dawes there. Him, Bochenski, and Boyd had combined for 4 of the 6 shots that Kazakhstan had, which is something that is quite normal here. They usually carry the majority of the offensive chances.
Thomas Buchanan's out to start the second period for the Czech Republic. He took 11 faceoffs in that opening period, won 7 of them, and it was a tough period for Ilya Solarov of Kazakhstan. He took 9 faceoffs and won 1.
Well, it's not as bad as the other side. As USA is playing Hungary, and they outshot Hungary 15-1 in the first period, but still a 0-0 game.
Grabbed off and carried in by David Pasternak. So we had a stoppage of play 9 seconds into the first period and 8 seconds into the second period. Don't get things going quickly. Grabbed off Dustin Boyd. Sends it out through center ice, broken up by Jordan. Bochenski tried to follow up, stopped by Cervenka. And back for Jordan and over for Jerabek. Bochenski is in on the forecheck, but that's a delayed offside. And now play whistle down.
Bochenski didn't want to come back outside the zone, as this faceoff will go all the way back down to the Kazakhstan zone. You look at Kalishnik, who played for Lokomotiv. The KHL had good numbers there, a 199 goals against, a 919 save percentage.
Some faces from last year's Czech Republic team when they were the host not here, including Jaromir Jagr. Jagr is the all-time leading scorer for the Czech Republic in international competition. 32 goals and 70 points. Jagr with 6 goals and 9 points last year. Second on the team in scoring to Jake Voracek of the Philadelphia Flyers. Here's a shot by Berner from the left side. That sails high and wide.
Kind of went straight up. I don't know if Berner caught Lapine. As Michael Berner leading. Well, tied now as Buchanan has his 3rd goal of the tournament. But tied for the lead in goals, tied for the lead in points with 5. Berner had the shorthanded winner. The other game is they were able to overtake Sweden. It was a shorthanded goal that was the game winner.
And Berner and Michael Repik were +7 coming into this game to lead the Czech Republic in the plus-minus category. Canada certainly doing well in the plus-minus category as well. With the success that they have had, off day for Canada, this is put into the Kazakhstan bench and will bring about a stoppage in play.
A lot of whistles here, just almost a minute 15 into the second period. Not much flow to this game as head coach for Kazakhstan, Andrei Nazarov, looks on.
We talked about the USA-Hungary game. They just announced it in the building, and there was a massive gasp from the crowd. They do know their hockey. Kempny getting forced at the line, sends it down for Kusal. He got bumped, and bumped hard there by Lakiza. Through center ice, Solarov gives chase. Grabbed off and Zahorna. His pass stopped by Markelov. Kusal stopped right at the line. And Grintz, who hasn't seen a lot of ice time in this tournament, turned over by Kryasunov. Some room for Kasper. And the slap shot wide and the rebound all the way around the boards. And Jordan will go back for the Czech Republic. Through the middle for Jurasek, for Felipe, back for Jurasek, in too deep to get a shot, turns to the forehand, fired it, and that may have hit his teammate who was in front of the net.
I think it made its way in on Kalishnik.
In for Jordan, the shot, and that got turned away by Kalishnik. Kukal trying to work it out of the corner. And this will make its way back at center. Jordan hustles back. For Kazakhstan, last time they were in the championship side in the big pool was 2014, and might need some wins here to avoid relegation.
One guy who has had a ton of opportunities to find the back of the net is Richard Jarosek for the Czech Republic, to show 12 shots on goal. He's had a couple breakaways. Hasn't been able to finish.
But yes, he has had some opportunities. Pasternak, who's also had some opportunities, does have one goal. Kolaj back in his own zone for Plekanec. And Thomas Plekanec will send this in. 843 NHL games, 11 NHL seasons with Montreal. Pasternak from the Boston Bruins lets the ripper go, and Kalishnik makes the save.
Well, just a shot from outside. There's a look at David Pasternak. Boston Bruins first round pick, 25th overall back in 2014. His first World Championship, and he's represented his country very well at the World Juniors. 3 straight, 2014, 15, and 16.
15 goals this past season with Boston for him. Back at the line, Kempny lets the wrist shot go high and wide. Transnoslobotsev in on Kondratik. Puck to the near side wall, back for Kempny. Kempny dishes it off. Repick plays it back at the line. Kondratik's shot never got through. And now taken at the line by Kempny. Shot by Kondratik. Kalishnik is going to hang on to it. It is total puck control by the Czech Republic.
And we've seen this before, and they'll just hang on that puck possession game. They work so well in units, and they use all 4 units. They'll use their whole bench in a game. A lot of teams, you'll see guys that dress. Some guys don't even play at all. There's one guy, Zitovic, probably gets the least ice time for the Czech Republic, but outside that, they'll use 4 lines.
Starchenko not in the lineup for Kazakhstan, the captain of their squad. Hudakov also out of the lineup. Cleared back down the ice, and Francouz will play this. Gudera starts up the ice to center. On for Zahorna, in for Kasper. Got away from him and offside at the line.
This is Kasper, 2 goals last game. Mentioned San Jose Shark draft pick. Big body in front, guy goes in front of the net, and Kazakh fans looking for something to cheer about.
And USA has opened the scoring against Hungary. 2-0 now as they bang in a couple of quick ones. USA right now sitting in 3rd spot. Over on the other side is Canada and Finland have both been perfect, and they'll meet in the final day of this championship, just as we have it on this side. Russia and Sweden will meet on the final day. Shot from the line, steered away by Kalishnik. Taken by Brandon Bochenski. Watched by Jurasek. Bochenski puts on the brakes, comes out near side. Trying to lose Jurasek, who's giving chase. Bochenski, a bit of a backhand shot, didn't get much on it. To the front of the net for Nigel Dawes, and that got picked off, and that gets cleared out at center ice by Plekanec, who's all the way back. Shot now by Jordan, and that gets deflected up and out of play.
Oh, and rush from Brandon Bochenski. Shevchenko with the chance. Is he just going to fire this on net, and blocker save for Francouz? One fan excited to see that shot, thought it might have a chance. Great reactions from the kids.
.458 gone, second period. Ivanov flips it in. Ramirez goes in after it. Good hit there as Ramirez took his man to the backboards. That was a Horna. And play whistle down. There's going to be a slashing penalty. And again, Timothy Mayer of the U.S. referee that will make the call on David Pasternak.
Borobenkov went back to his bench for Kazakhstan with his glove off as he tries to keep this puck in. A little one-handed tap. This is enough. So Kazakhstan gets a power play chance.
That'll freeze it up. You had that done a few times?
No, I don't think so. Never had.
Just play on. Get the ice bag after the period.
I'm just gonna remain quiet.
Never mind the freezing. Sent all the way down the ice and stopped and Starchenkov. Savchenkov leads it in the power play for Ivanov. Takes it wide, sends it all the way around the boards, and Savchenko was waiting for it, never did get to him though. Carried in by Ripik, and his quick shot off a leg and wide. He's had a couple of shorthanded chances in this game, Ripik has. Close at the line, but offside is called.
Ramirez trying to take that puck in, and it's a little bit ahead of the play. A goal and 3 assists for him, and he's usually the one who worked with Roman Starchenko. The two of them played really well together and gave them a second attack on the power play outside of Dawes, Boyd, and Wojciechowski, but with Starchenko out, a little bit limited.
So that line back out now for Kazakhstan. Dustin Boyd does have a couple of power play goals. Kazakhstan coming into the tournament with 7 power play goals and a percentage of 41. That's gone down a little bit as they are 0 for 2 in this game today. Wojciechowski couldn't get a stick on it. Tryasunov will get chased back by Kusal. Sent out at center ice by Semyonov, and that got gobbled up. And Lucas Kaspar will send this back in. Semyonov for Markelov. And again, finally sending it in deep, but controlled by the Czech Republic. And this will be cleared to the line, but not out. Kukal couldn't clear. Dustin Boyd now in after Kolash, but it's played around the boards and down the ice, and this power play has simply not been able to get going for Kazakhstan.
No, unable to get it into the zone, and Nigel Dawes wasn't out there on that last shift. See him on the bench. He may be getting a skate attended to.
Sent in by Krasno Slobodsev. Controlled in the corner. Kazakhstan with the man advantage, Solerev. Plays it back for Tryasunov. Left point, Lapine, and he ripped it wide, power play over. Kazakhstan 3 for 3 on the penalty kill. Plekanec, the captain of the Czech Republic, winds it in, tried to slip it through for Pasternak. That got blocked. Plekanec has it again. On and off the stick of Pasternak. Kempny at the line, sends it down. And a chance off this backside. Is unable to get a stick on that was Cervenka. Now Kovac is just going to take it to the net himself after trying to set up Cervenka. And again, it gets turned over at center ice as Solerev fell.
Well, Kazakhstan has to get that puck deep for the change. Solerev, I'm not sure what he was trying to do, but loses it at the Czech blue line.
Talk about Kazakhstan and needing some wins to try and avoid relegation. Slovenia is in for next year's championship. Here comes Ramirez. Ramirez wide on Kempny. Ramirez sharp angle, and that got stopped. Long pass misses everyone, and they are going to call icing on this. And there will be a stoppage in play.
Chance for Ramirez. He comes around the far side. Look at the head coach Nazarov, former NHLer, 571 games with San Jose, Tampa, Calgary, Anaheim, Boston, Phoenix, and Minnie. Boy, that's more than me.
And in Tampa, played with the son of the Czech Republic coach Vladimir Wojtek. They were teammates in Tampa, 1997-98. We were what, 6?
Yeah, that's it. Said that was enough.
Well, you were valued by 6 teams. Look at it that way. Played in the corner. 1-0 in favor of Czech Republic. They have dominated this game. And yet Kazakhstan is 1 shot away from tying it. Shot from the line, that is blocked. And Krasnos Slobodsev, after the block, will make his way to the bench. Zahorna sends it back to Dera. He'll go cross ice for his defense partner, Jordan, and Jordan will send it all the way back near side for Zahorna. Zahorna twisting out of the corner, trying to find a little bit of room against the checking of Lobanov. And again, turned over at the line, and Kasper brings it right back in. Kusal tried to get it to the front of the net for Zahorna. Kazakhstan has been guilty of one thing. It's what you just talked about, Shane, how they have to get that puck in once they get to that blue line.
Well, it's making plays quickly, but I've got to credit the Czech Republic. We've seen this with them causing problems with other teams turning over because of their gap. They're very good between the blue lines, not allowing time and space and creating those turnovers.
We talked about it being 1-0. Czech Republic very comfortable to play in a 1-0 game. Jurasek had it knocked away from him by Lepine. Lepine on the far side runs into Semic, but the puck is kept in, but only briefly. As Savchenko got in front of that shot from Jurasek, Savchenko gives chase on it into the Czech Republic zone. That forces a turnover. So Czech Republic now with a bit of a chance. Danir Karov trying to jam that out front, and it got deflected away. Bienkov plays it back in behind the net. Lakiza's going to try and hold it in, does. After it, Krasnos Slobodsev. He got wrapped up there by Kolash. Shot and a save as Francouz had to make the save off of Ivanov.
Pressure from Kazakhstan.
Probably for the first time in this game. They've had some spurts, but this is the first time in this game where they have gotten some offensive zone time. And now we're going to get a penalty on the play.
Karov of Kazakhstan will take a penalty used very sparingly on this team, and one of his rare shifts. He's heading to the penalty box, so the Czech Republic gets a chance on the power play. Francouz comes up with a save off Ivanov, the best chance Kazakhstan's had here in the second period.
And the penalty killed the momentum that Kazakhstan was building. They had a complete shift in the offensive zone as Czech Republic got it to their own blue line, did not get it out. And that started a rally for Kazakhstan. But now a power play for the Czech Republic, third power play opportunity of a hockey game. And the 25th penalty that Kazakhstan has taken in this tournament. They now lead it on this side, one ahead of Denmark, but Denmark yet to play its 5th game of this championship. Jarabek gets the return feed from Kondratic. Sends it down for Pasternak. Back for Jerabek. He and Kondratic will switch sides. Down for Cervenka. Cervenka down for Plekanec. Jerabek and Kondratic lets the shot go wide, and there's the result. Kondratic carries back in. Semyonov will take it off the backboards, and he's going to slap this all the way down the ice. His teammate Roman Savchenkov scored a short-handed goal against Switzerland from his own blue line.
It was short-handed, and Reto Berra will have a tough time forgetting that one.
Cross-ice pass, that got blocked by Ivanov. Back at the line, slap shot, and Kalishnik will take that into the midsection and hang on as Kempny lets it fly.
Czech Republic not able to get much going here on the power play. Eventually, Kempny's just going to fire this on. Easy save for Kalishnik. Little conversation in front as Dustin Boyd will be out to take this defensive draw.
Lots of players playing against teammates. Both, not only NHL players, there's lots of players that play in the KHL. Here's Dustin Boyd. He's trying to go cross ice to Bachinski, and on the back check, that gets broken up by Simic. Back for Repik. Repik plays it back to the line. Simic for Kempny. Kempny, who plays in the KHL. Shot up high on Kalishnik. Good save. Kempny has it again. For Kovac. Kovac up top. Repik the shot. That one off the skate and just missed. Power play over. So Czech Republic 0 for 3 with the man advantage, and Kazakhstan 0 for 3 with the man advantage. Bachinski drops for Savchenko. 6.5 left to go, second period. Dennis Bayak and Shane Natty, along with our producer Kevin Pratt, here at the Ice Palace in Moscow for the 2016 World Hockey Championship. St. Petersburg and Moscow, your host cities. And this is going to be a stoppage in play. It remains 1-0 on a first period goal by Thomas Plekanec.
Much for offense in this game, but for the Czech Republic, as they have 2 shutouts already in this tournament, 1 goal might be enough for them. Kazakhstan looking to get back in this one. Czech Republic out shooting them, but still just a goal difference.
Czech Republic has only given up 5 in the tournament in the 4 games that they have played. This is game 5 for each of these teams. 7 will be played in the round robin, and then the top 4 teams will advance to the playoffs. That's where you get some crossing between Pool A and Pool B. And it's not as simple as 1 and 2 staying where they are and 3 and 4 moving, because in this case it may not matter, probably won't, but Russia will stay here regardless of where they finish. Transnoslobotsev, the shot. Francouz makes a good save.
Through some traffic, Francouz just picked that up at the last second. Is a great chance for Kazakhstan. Transnoslobotsev with a real good chance as he gets the feed in the high slot. Tryasuna finds him. Transnoslobotsev, the shot, little flash screen in front and just off the right shoulder of Francouz. So Pavel Francouz didn't see much of a challenge in that first period. He's had a couple good saves here in the second.
Krasnoslobodsev, 6'3", 198 pounds, 32 years of age. 6 goals and 11 points coming into this World Hockey Championship for Kazakhstan. Centering pass is Kazakhstan starting to build some momentum here.
You have to wonder, the longer it stays close, the more it plays in favor for Kazakhstan.
Jordan will send it ahead. Kolash. Poor Plekanec deflected away from him. Savchenko the long pass. And Nigel Dawes will take it in. Back for Dustin Boyd. Pasternak gets in there ahead of Brandon Bochinski. A couple of Boston Bruins. Bochinski at a different era than what David Pasternak. Did you play with Brandon Bochinski in Boston?
No, he got traded for me.
That's right.
He went to Anaheim and I went to Boston.
Worked out well for you?
Yes, it did.
Semic drops it for Pasternak. Plays it around the boards, but grabbed off by Lakiza. Out at center, Markelov comes rink wide. Taken by Pushkarov. He tried to get it to the front of the net. And that got stopped, and right now the Czech Republic on its heels a bit.
A couple quicker plays. If Kazakhstan would make those reads, they would have been able to catch the Czech Republic here for a couple odd man rushes.
Back in, Pushkarov throws it to the net, and Francouz will hang on to it.
Might as well slow things down. Been a real good push to the second period. Is looking Krasnoslobodsev, who had the last best chance here for Kazakhstan. Michael Berner, 3 goals, 5 points, tied for lead with the Czech Republic scoring.
Controlled by the Czech Republic. Kovac for Kempny. Short side steered away by Kolishnik. Kovac trying to work that free, but it ends up back in the Czech Republic zone. Kempny has to hustle back. Kondratic around for Repik, turns it over. Romerev, the backhand shot to the far side wide. So the Czech Republic a little more careless with the puck here in the second period than more than maybe we've seen in the entire tournament. Another shot and another save by Francouz. As Lapine got it to the front of the net, and Francouz has to come out and block that away. So Francouz getting a lot more work here in the second period, and another penalty being called.
Great chance here off some hard work. As Kazakhstan gets another power play, Thomas Kondratic is going to enter the penalty box for cross-checking. Krasnoslobodsev with a real good deflection in front and then taking it to the front of the net. Ooh, that great play to the front end. It was Dmitry Grants, who hasn't seen much ice. And then he takes the cross-check from Kondratic. So Kondratic not happy with the call. Nonetheless, light power play for Kazakhstan.
There hasn't been many in this tournament that players haven't looked over at the referees. Some of them, though, have been very obvious.
Some of them, they have a reason to look over.
Not being critical of the officials, but just making an observation. So Horna gathers in the loose puck, and he'll send this all the way down the ice. So the Czech Republic, who had only taken 12 penalties in the first 4 games, this is now the 4th time in this game that the Czech Republic has been shorthanded. Trying to slap it around the boards, got blocked. Bochinski for Dawes! And a scramble at the side of the net. And an opportunity for this top line of Kazakhstan. Semyonov, Bochinski, and that shot blocked by Korbienko, or blocked by Yarabek. Center. Played in behind the net for Boyd, for Bochinski. Back in front for Boyd. Nigel Dawes looking far side. Bochinski. And that's not going to work. And Semyonov not only draws a stoppage in play, maybe fortunate that he doesn't get called for closing his hand on the puck.
Absolutely. Dawes has had his chances. One there earlier in the game. He's in front with the deflection. And a great chance on this power play as he's driving the net, trying to find some room. Pavel Francouz has been busy in this second period in net for Czech Republic. Face off outside on, yes, a strange play by Semyonov. Pretty much grabbed that puck and threw it. Maybe not, hopefully, or at least hopefully not surprised it got whistled down.
Thomas Buchanan's went over and discussed with the referee as to why that wasn't a penalty. Savchenkov with 30 seconds left in the power play for Kazakhstan. Francouz snaps it around the boards. Stopped at the line by Lakiza. Down for Ivanov and down for Romerev. Romerev is stripped of the puck and cleared down the ice by Semic. And Kalishnik is going to have to play that away from Cervenka. Ivanov lost it, gets it back, plays it in. And now into the final minute of the second period. This does not stay in. Savchenko tries, but it's whistled down.
A missed opportunity for Kazakhstan. Nigel Dawes heading down the tunnel.
Well, you mentioned that he had missed a shift earlier, so you wonder if something...
Boy, that's a big loss. Savchenko is a loss, but to lose any of those guys off that Boyd, Bochinski, Dawes line would maybe reason for Nazarov looking unpleased on the bench.
Well, unpleased and maybe distracted a little bit because he didn't realize that he needed to fire someone else on the ice to finish the 52 seconds left here in the second period, but he certainly did not look happy. He did mention that, how banged up his team is. Some guys playing with some bumps and bruises over and above the ones that are out of the lineup. So we'll keep an eye on Nigel Dawes when the third period gets going to see whether he is back out. Dustin Boyd, good play at the line, and then Boyd gets stripped of the puck by Repik. Back in across the line. Repik trying to cut around Semyonov. Back at the line, Kempney not much on that shot. And Dustin Boyd is back to the line, and Boyd cutting across the line.
Pushkarov way ahead of the play. Those are the type of plays, and Nazarov telling his team, hold the line, you gotta rush, it's an odd man chance, you can't have someone skating that far ahead as Pushkarov clearly offside.
We looked at Gutek, coach of the Czech Republic team, 2 Russian titles, 2002, 2003 with Yaroslavl, and then left, but did talk before this tournament, did talk about this Czech Republic team. He felt it was good enough to earn a medal. And right now they are looking good.
Well, they are. A little bit of a slip here in the second period by the Czech Republic is maybe taking that foot off the gas, thinking it's going to be easy. And Kazakhstan's going to fight right to the end.
Taken by Savchenkov, and he'll fire it in. Yarabek off the backboards. Lapine trying to hold it in, can't. And the second period ends. The Czech Republic perhaps fortunate to still be up by 1.
And they're going to need a solid 20 here to finish it off, as there will be a push from Kazakhstan, who had chances. It's just a 1-goal game.
Kalishnik held them in the first, and Kazakhstan better in the second. It stays 1-0 Czech Republic.
good.
Уверенностью встречаешь любые испытания.
А как насчет твоего лица? Новый крем для лица Nivea создан специально для мужчин. Он эффективно увлажняет кожу и защищает ее от сухости. Новый мужской крем Nivea. Уверенность тебе к лицу. Поддержи свою команду с Nivea. Nivea – официальный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею.
You think you know me. You know the conviction and determination I need every day. The years of training, pushing myself to be the strongest, the sharpest. My dedication to the game. My teammates who are counting on me to deliver. The nerves of steel. The preparation of victory before the adrenaline of the match.
Сборная команда Казахстана. Сборная команда Казахстана играет в полузащите. Сборная команда Казахстана.
Он всегда скрыт от взгляд, его хватка не вызывает сомнений. Именно на нем все держится. И когда нужен результат, его обеспечит целизит. За надежную хватку отвечает плиточный клей, а затирка за безупречный внешний вид. За результатом стоит целизит. Качество для профессионалов.
Это больше, чем спортивная форма. Это знак почета, символ гордости. И когда они надевают его, они не просто игроки. Они атланты, несущие на плечах свою страну, сражаясь против лучших в мире. Имя на спине вам ничего не скажет. Главное – это герб на груди. Самые яркие звезды хоккея съедутся в Торонто, чтобы выяснить, чья сборная сильнее. Кубок мира по хоккею 2016. Билеты уже в продаже.
Уважаемые зрители, мы надеемся, что посещение матчей дарит вам незабываемые эмоции. Дорогие друзья, в продаже еще есть билет на некоторые матчи чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года. И мы приглашаем вас на матчи чемпионата мира, а также предлагаем вам посетить официальную фан-зону чемпионата. На открытой площадке, расположенной слева от входа на арену, проходят выступления артистов и розыгрыши призов от спонсоров чемпионата. Вы также можете посетить дом российской сборной, фудкорт, большой магазин официальных сувениров и билетные кассы. Фан-зона начинает работу ежедневно за 2 часа до первого матча и открыта до 23 часов. Вход в фан-зону свободный.
Dear friends, we hope that you enjoyed the game, and we would like to remind you that there are still tickets available for some of the games, and we invite you to the games of 2016 World Championship. And we're also very glad to invite you to visit the official fan zone of the 2016 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship. On the left of the entrance of the arena, in the open space, you can find the on-stage performance of popular singers, different activities and prize drawings with the sponsors. You can also visit the Russian fan house, a big food court, and the official merchandise shop, and you can find the ticket offices. The fan zone opens every day 2 hours prior to the first game and closes at 11 p.m. and the entrance is free.
Czech Republic leading 1-0, and Kazakhstan better in that second period. The Czech Republic right now trying to maintain top spot in Group A and not allow Sweden or Russia to kind of sneak in behind them.
Well, the Czech Republic needs to be a little bit better push on this period. They sat back a little too much. Kazakhstan had a good press, tied in shots 9-9 in that second frame, and a good sign for Kazakhstan. Nigel Dawes, who left late in that second period, is back on the ice, so it must have just been equipment.
And it's the top lines going against each other. Plekanec with Pasternak and Cervenka, and Bochinski with Dawes and Boyd. Pasternak, and that cross-ice pass picked off by Dustin Boyd. He tried to get that for Nigel Dawes. It was behind him. Cervenka and Dawes come to the near side and sent in. We talked about players playing against each other, so with Dawes and Boyd and Bochinski playing in the KHL, there would be a number of players in this tournament that they would play against, despite the fact that two are Canadians and one's an American. They picked up their Kazakhstan citizenship. Kevin Dahlman also picked up his Kazakhstan citizenship, a Canadian, but for personal reasons is not here in this tournament.
Every team. Belarus has a couple of Canadians on their team, Jeff Platt and Kevin Lalande. The Hungary team has 3 Canadians on their team.
Simic is back for it. Banks it off the boards. Snapped ahead by Kolash, and then he'll head to the Czech Republic bench. Simic will turn. Romerev giving chase. Porzahorna away from him. Gorobienkov plays it back in. Kondratic plays it right back out. Kusal after it. Tried to get it to the front of the net. Markelov gobbles it up for Romerev. And Romerev sends it in as Solerev, the other member of that line, circles and heads back to the Kazakhstan bench. Some room now for Kaspar. One of the 3 power play goals that Czech Republic has in this tournament has come from him. The others have come from Cervenka and Plekanec. That was in the game where Plekanec had a couple of goals. Jammed up along the sideboards, and now Semyonov will play it out at center. Jordan will send it back. Yarabik back for Jordan. He ran out of room. Jurasek is going to try it, and this pass misses everyone, and it'll be an icing call against the Czech Republic.
Dennis, you talked about it in the second period. This Czech team won't panic. They're used to the tight, close games. This is where they want to be as solid as can be. And Kazakhstan's going to look for somebody to provide offense. Might be Nigel Dawes. They play big minutes, that whole line, along with that man, Semyonov, the defenseman for Kazakhstan, had 24-52 last game against Sweden.
Dawes, 31 years of age. Cleared out at center. And Kazakhstan back to regroup. Slap shot scored. Thomas Plekanec has his second of the game.
Big goal for the Czech Republic. Maybe a little bit of breathing room now, as the captain who opened up the scoring in this game. Another 2-goal game for him gives his team some insurance. Pasternak, good work below the goal line, and Plekanec just gets into that open area. Cervenka's right in front. I'm not sure if he got a stick on it or not.
He may have.
As the feed to Plekanec, the shot, I think that's straight in. Top corner over the right shoulder of Kolishnik. And it's 2-0 Czech Republic.
The patience that you talked about with the Czech Republic as to why they're comfortable being in that 1-0 game, because they get an opportunity, and just like that, they're up 2-0. So they have now scored 13 14 straight goals without giving one up. 4 against Sweden, 7 against Norway, and 2 here in this game this afternoon. Turning into evening here in Moscow. Kovac back for Simic, doesn't shoot it, now he does. And Kalishnik will glove it down.
Thomas Plekanec, 2 goals tonight. Open it up in that first period of play, just going to the net, and it was Pasternak who's gonna have 2 assists, the shot on net, little tip up top, and then this one a blast to the top corner. So a little rebound goal with the backhand upstairs, and then a slap shot as he goes both corners and has his team with a 2-0 lead.
Dawes back out with Bochenski and Boyd. Boyd wins another face-off. He leads them in that department. Nigel Dawes, Kootenay Ice in the Western Hockey League, Memorial Cup 2002. And now playing for Astana of the KHL. Kondratic. Kempney gets it down low. Zahorna had the shot go wide. Back around, and the blast from that left side does not get to the net off the stick of Lucas Kaspar.
Well, they've had a few 2-goal performances now. Kaspar had the 2 goals last game. Michael Berner had it the game before against Sweden. Thomas Plekanec had it before that. So now he's got 2 2-goal games. Against Latvia is the other game in which Plekanec had 2.
21 goals against now for Kazakhstan, and hasn't been because of their goaltending. Their goaltending has been very good. Romerev circles back, drops it back. Krasnoslobodsev lets the wrist shot go. That got steered away by Francouz. Jurasek at center for Kukal, and he'll send it back for Jurasek. Save! Bounces in the paint and ricochets away as the netminder lost his stick, and Savchenko goes back, picks it up, and retrieves it for him.
I'm starting to feel for Jurasek. That guy has had his chances, his opportunities, and that puck won't even get a little bit of a bounce for him.
Room down that left side, and a wrist shot by Cervenka, and Kalishnik got a piece of it. Pasternak. Jam back to the line. Played around by Kolash for Cervenka. Pasternak in with a good jolt in behind the net on Lakiza. Now a collision down below as Semic gets it in and took a bump on the play from Grintz. Kolash leaves for Kovac. Rink wide pass, Yarovic. Chipped in deep, and after it goes Ripik. To the front of the net goes Michael Berner. Berner's had a 2-goal game in this championship. One was shorthanded, the other an empty netter. And offside called against the Czech Republic at the line.
Czech Republic just want to hang on to that puck, make plays, be sure of everything. Kalishnik with another blocker save as Jurasek a good chance coming into that middle. Got the shot, it went up, down, and bounced just wide. Ivanov comes in to give a little bit of help.
Savchenko plays this to the Czech Republic line, no further. Dudera breaks it up. Deflected in by Ripik. Back forward, Savchenko. He gets pressured there. Savchenko with the past 8 seasons in the KHL with Astana. Boyd is after it. Berner gets there, and Czech Republic will start right back out. Zahorna clears it out at center. Lepine is there. Bochenski for Nigel Dawes. Dawes drops it back, but it was behind Bochenski. And right back up the ice for Robert Kusal. He'll drop it for Zahorna, near side, Kaspar. And he ripped it wide, and it caroms out of the playing surface. 2-0 on a couple of goals by Thomas Plekanec.
Что да? Simply clever.
Czech Republic is Thomas Plekanec with both goals for his team. The captain has his team with a comfortable lead, especially the way the Czech Republic has defended in this tournament. And no surprise here, they have so far been able to keep Kazakhstan off the board.
Denmark and Latvia yet to come here at the Ice Palace. Denmark looking to regroup from a drubbing at the hands of Russia last night. 10-1 was the final. It was a clinic by that top line of Russia, Sapachev, Dodonov, and Artemi Panarin. And Latvia had yesterday off, coming off the 5-4 loss to Switzerland. Centering pass blocked by Lakiza. Czech Republic staying on it though. Kasper plays it down low. Zahorna out of the corner. Curls. Drops it for Kusal. Yarabik back for Kasper. Throws it to the front of the net wide. Jordan after it, but it'll be grabbed off by Ramirev for Kazakhstan.
Now you see Czech Republic just come back, get into defensive formation, but
nice rush there by Ramirev. Got a bit of a backhander away to the short side. Francouz down there to block it. Kukal plays it around for Yarabik. And he'll flip it out of harm's way where Semyonov will take it for Kazakhstan.
Czechs just collapse. 5 guys right around that net, and then from there they get into their defensive zone coverage.
Semyonov coming into this game at 104 minutes on 152 shifts in 4 games to lead Kazakhstan in that department. Savchenko right in behind him. Slap shot. Kalishnik, good save. He didn't pick up that passed puck that was coming through some traffic until very late. Kolash back into his own zone. Four years in the KHL for Kolash. Here comes Pasternak for Plekanec. 2 in the game, looking for 3, looking for Cervenka. Kondratic plays it for Kempney, down for Plekanec. Plekanec looking for Pasternak. He was tied up there with Lepine. Lepine spilled Pasternak, but Plekanec maintains control of the puck. Cervenka gets it back, shot wide. Kempney for Pasternak. Puts on the brakes against the checking of Karov. And now an icing call against Kazakhstan.
Almost like a power play set up there. As Czech Republic is working the puck around the outside. Eventually Savchenko looking for a stretch play. Just going to ice this puck the length of the ice. Wearing the C now for Kazakhstan is Roman Starchenko, who initially is the captain, out with injury.
Starchenko was the MVP of the tournament, the Division I tournament. There's a shot that deflected and another save for Kalishnikov, Starchenko led them in scoring in that tournament and was the MVP, captain of their team. And now the 2nd straight game that he has been out of the lineup because of injury. Off the backside, Yarabik was in from the line. Good defensive play. Nigel Dawes breaks it up. Dawes then got dumped. Dudera plays it behind the net. And taken by Kovac. Dawes fell in behind the play. Rink-wide pass picked off, and would have been an odd man rush had Dawes not fallen down and taken down in behind the play. He would have been out of the zone by then. Would have been an odd man rush for Kazakhstan. Deflection, and Kalishnik, another good save. That one off Kusal.
Almost made that look too easy as the left-handed catching glove comes back, and that puck that changed direction quickly in front of him.
into the back half of the second period. Turned over, and Kaspar tried to feed that to the near side. Transnoslobotsev in on the forecheck. Puck comes loose. Romero sends it down wide. Transnoslobotsev back to the line. Slap shot blocked in front. Zohorna trying to clear. There's a shot that went off the leg as a couple of Czech Republic players swinging at that loose puck, but unable to clear. There's another chance. That's blocked by Kolash. Now taken, and that never got to the net. There's that collapsing you were talked about. And a block by Simic.
Some chances for Kazakhstan, just got to get it on net.
Boyd centers, and this will get deflected out by Kaspar. Romero leaves for Boyd, sends it right back in. Francouz plays it around the boards. And Kukal carries back, drops it back for Filippi. His shot went wide. And right back up the ice for Kazakhstan. The long wrist shot by Solarev, steered wide. Markelov plays it back. Grintz in the high slot, never got to him. And Kukal for Kempny. Kempny's pinned against the board. Solarev centers, and Kondratov tips it away. Savchenko holds it at the line. Kempny knocked it away, and now it will just be cleared out of harm's way and gets batted out of the playing surface.
Great pressure from Kazakhstan as they had some chances. Right before that, the Czechs with a nice play as it's deflected in front, and it catches the end of the stick of Kalishnik. A good deflection in front. So Horna makes the pass to Kusal. Kalishnik made some saves. His team able to put some pressure on, but he's kept it here just 2-0.
The knob of his stick on that chance kept it 2-0. Gudera for Jordan. Up the middle, Cervenka deflects it in. Snapped around the boards by Semyonov. And this will be Jordan hustling back for it. Leaves for Plekanec. Plekanec with both goals, his second 2-goal game of the championship. Plekanec for Cervenka. Cervenka back for Plekanec. Plekanec trying to get it back for Cervenka in his 6th World Championship. And unable to do that, Semyonov will get it cross ice and chipped out of harm's way by Lobanov. Kolash for Kovac. Kalishnik to save, and we now have 7 left in regulation here at the Ice Palace in Moscow. Kalishnik another save, and he's going to jump on the loose puck and hang on to it as that one came from Berger. 2-0 Czech Republic here in the third.
Nothing for the Czech Republic, and under 7 minutes left as Kazakhstan needs to find something here that can get them going. A quick goal and a little bit of life on that bench.
A little bit of music here has the fans going, especially the Czech Republic fans. Semyonov plays it. Tryasunov on the backhand will lift this back to the Czech Republic line, and Jerabek is on it. Jakub Jerabek Plays it through for Rippick, off his stick, and Brandon Bochenski springs Dustin Boyd. And Boyd trying to work his way to the net, and Kolash took it away from him. Burner drops it for Rippick. Wrist shot short side wide. Burner's on it. At the line, Kondratic lets the shot go wide. Kepney plays it down for Kovac, or Rippick rather. Bounces back at the line, and Kepney will play it for Kondratic and in for Zahora. Puts it to the front of the net, chipped away. Kusal gets it back to the line. Kondratic, Kasper, Kusal, Kondratic, and he ripped it wide. Ramirev just hammers it around the boards. And this will be another icing call. Latvia is next up for Kazakhstan. That will be on Saturday. And Denmark will be the next competition for the Czech Republic on Sunday. And Denmark will be our next game from this building later today. Denmark and Latvia.
Talk about Denmark. That's a big game for those two teams. When those teams meet, yes, Denmark bad loss to Russia. Something they expected maybe was to lose, maybe not by the 10-1 score, but now that game against Latvia means a lot to both those clubs.
We talked about that fourth and final playoff spot. Switzerland 7 points, Norway 5 points, and Denmark with 4 points. That's how tight it is. Now, Sweden only has 8 points, but you kind of feel that Sweden is the better team of those as we look at Vladimir Vutek, the coach.
Well, his team in a very comfortable position. This will put them up to 14 points if they can hold on to this win. And Andrei Nazarov, his team going to have some important matchups coming up.
Vladimir Vutek was interviewed before this tournament and talked about past world championships. We mentioned this earlier in 2012 when he coached the Slovakian national team. He is from Kovici, Czech Republic, but he coached the Slovakian team. They ended up winning silver, and that to him is the most memorable one. That was his first as a head coach at the World Championships. They defeated Canada in the quarterfinals, defeated Czech Republic in the semifinals, and then lost to Russia in the gold medal game. Plekanec hustles back into his own zone, sends it around where Cervenka will deflect it out to center, and Markelov will play it back in and then scamper to the Kazakhstan bench. We're under 5 left here in regulation. To the front of the net, Dustin Boyd, and Fran Kuz makes the save and holds it.
Dustin Boyd's had some opportunities. Good play by Dawes up at the blue line. He's going to get the puck off Plekanec. Just a little backhand pass. Boyd, little spin shot. And Pavel Francouz stays right with it, makes the save, and gloves it out of the air to hang on.
This line will see lots of ice time. Another face-off win for Dustin Boyd. He has dominated the face-off department for Kazakhstan. Center, score! Nigel Dawes has Kazakhstan on the board with 4.5 to go.
Don't go anywhere. This line gets the job done as Nigel Dawes with 4.5 left. It is a game. Just Triasunov puts it behind the net, and a great feed as Boyd right away centers that to Dawes, and Rippick and Jordan both miss this centering feed, and Dawes puts that past Francouz. So Kazakhstan now just down a goal and lots of time left.
So for Nigel Dawes, his 3rd goal and 7th point of the championship. The Winnipegger, and he has made it a 1-goal game. As the shutout bid by Pavel Francouz falls 4 minutes and 30 seconds short. Trying to match his goaltending partner Dominic Perch, who has back-to-back shutouts in the 2 games that he's played. So Nigel Dawes has Kazakhstan back to within one. Lapine to the backboard. Savchenko sends it in on the left side, and big Transno Slobosevich goes in after it. Cleared away by Francouz. Kondratic sends it down the ice, and Lapine hustles back. Takes a bump from Zahorna. And now under 4. Transno Slobotsev forced to the outside. Sends it down low. Plekanec after it. Transno Slobotsev picks that pass off though. Back at the line, Buchenski for Semyonov, and it got away from him.
Well, Nigel Dawes, this is a big goal for his team. He scored some big ones. He takes that centering feed from Dustin Boyd and rips it past Francouz. A lot of happy fans, especially that little guy, as Kazakhstan gets on the board.
Want to know what's happening with the Kazakhstan team? Just take a look at him. Put him on the big screen and he'll tell you what's happening. Saw some disappointment from him earlier. Hungary is on the board, and you want to talk about fans going wild, as it's 5-1 now, and they don't care that their team is going to go down to defeat. They just like to see their team compete, and they got a goal there. Here it's a 1-goal match. Semyonov around the boards for Boyd. Back out there with Buchenski and Dawes. Gets turned over though. Kusal is saving. Kalishnik, another save. Give him credit. This game could have been put away in the first period if not for Kalishnik.
Well, you go back to that game against Switzerland when he saw over 50 shots and they were able to hang in and win that in a shootout.
Jordan plays it back behind his own net. Jerebic for Zahorna, for Kasper, and Kusal in ahead of the play on the far side.
A little too far, and Nazarov now will be looking to get Kalishnik to the bench here as that clock winds down a little bit more, get that extra attacker on the ice.
Still has his timeout.
He does. Talked about Nigel Dawes, big goal he scored here. He actually went twice in that shootout win against Switzerland, scored both times, and the second time was the winner, which counts as a goal in the tournament.
After the first 3, you can repeat. And that puck was not dropped fairly. Tournament starting to wind down, the round robin portion of it. Triple header here at the World Championship tomorrow. Flipped out, we will have first game, which will be 12:15 local. It'll be an early one for everyone back in Canada. Kondratic just content to send this out back to the Kazakhstan line. Savchenko plays it in, off a leg and batted away by Kempney. That bouncing puck looked like it might end up being a favorable bounce for Kazakhstan. And now into the final 2 minutes of regulation. Buchenski will keep an eye on Kalishnik, and that got turned over at the line. Dawes, who has the goal for Kazakhstan to make this a 1-goal tilt. Big Transno Slobotsev goes in after it. To the bench goes Kalishnik. 6 attackers, and it's cleared out as Romerev came off the bench as the extra attacker, but couldn't get there quick enough to hold it in. Jordan is going to slap it around on the forehand, elects to come up near side, and it turned up being a good play. Burner cross icing into the empty net for Kusal. And that all started with a good play back in the Czech Republic zone by Michael Jordan.
Solid play defensively, and this will ice it for the Czech Republic, who will pick up another win, as Robert Kusal is the one who's able to put this into the open cage. A nice play off the wall. It's the headman pass, and Kusal from the pass from Werner, who will pick up a point and jump to 6 points. That'll lead the team. The Czech Republic, although a bit of a scare from Kazakhstan, a late goal by Nigel Dawes, able to get the empty netter for the 3-1 lead.
This line has been good.
Real good.
For the Czech Republic, as has that Boczynski line. There's the reaction of the fans. Kazakhstan fans and the Czech Republic fans, as Czech Republic will go to a perfect 5-0, 1 point shy of the point total being perfect because of the 2-point win that they had in a shootout. They continue to lead Group A. Shot saved by Kalishnik. So now 14 points for the Czech Republic. Markelov lets the shot go. Czech Republic has Denmark on Sunday and Switzerland on Tuesday.
Well, they've been playing well, and Vladimir Vutek happy with his team. Andrei Nazarov has to be happy with the compete. It's a slow start for Kazakhstan. The first period was controlled by the Czech Republic. They played much better in the second, a little push here in the third. But the Czech Republic eventually able to hang on.
Talking about Switzerland trying to stay in the hunt. Switzerland has to play Russia and the Czech Republic yet. So it's not an easy schedule for them. They also have to play Sweden. So Switzerland will play the top 3 teams in this group to close out the championship. Kusal dumps it off, gets it back, and Kalishnik makes one more save with 2.8 to go.
Hey, Kalishnik's defenders thought the period was over already and we're heading to the bench, as it is a 2-on-0, nobody around. Able to make the save off Kusal, who just scored the empty net goal. A little give and go with Kasper.
Good job by Kusal to cradle that rolling puck. And then a great save by Kalishnik. And this one will come to an end. 2 goals by Thomas Buchanitz, an empty netter by Robert Kusal, his second of the tournament. Nigel Dawes with the marker that made it a 2-1 game, and celebrations for the Czech Republic.
Well, the Czech Republic looks real solid, putting themselves in good position atop the A pool.
One more game to come here from the Ice Palace yet. That'll be Denmark and Latvia. Czech Republic wins this one.
Victory in just a few seconds. We'll start the best player award ceremony.
Внимание, дамы и господа! Мы начинаем церемонию награждения лучших игроков матча.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we start the victory ceremony of the best player award.
Награда предоставлена Raiffeisenbank International, официальным спонсором чемпионата мира по хоккею с шайбой 2016 года.
And the best player of which team will be awarded by Raiffeisenbank International, the official sponsor of the 2016 IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship.
Награды лучшим игрокам матча вручает административный менеджер Международной Федерации хоккея на льду госпожа Айрис Хайни.
And the prizes will be presented by the legal administration manager of the IIHF, Iris Honey.
Уважаемые зрители и участники матча, сегодня у госпожи Айрис Хайни день рождения. Разрешите от вашего имени сердечно поздравить Айрис, пожелать ей крепкого здоровья, счастья и успехов.
Dear friends, and today is a very special day for Iris Honey. It's her birthday. Our heartiest congratulations.
Лучшим игроком матча в составе сборной команды Казахстана назван Найджел Доус, номер 9.
The best player of Team Kazakhstan, number 9, Nigel Dawes.
Лучшим игроком матча в составе сборной команды Чехии назван вратарь Павел Француз, номер 33.
And the best player of Team Czech Republic is the goalkeeper, number 33, Pavel Francouz.
Внимание, дорогие друзья! В честь команды-победительницы звучит государственный гимн Чешской Республики.
Ladies and gentlemen, in honor of the winning team, please rise for the national anthem of the Czech Republic.
Дорогие друзья, мы надеемся, что сегодняшняя игра подарила вам незабываемые эмоции. Мы напоминаем вам, что в продаже есть билеты на некоторые матчи чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года. Мы приглашаем вас на матчи чемпионата мира, а также предлагаем вам посетить официальную фан-зону чемпионата. На открытой площадке, расположенной слева от входа на арену, проходят выступления артистов и розыгрыши призов от спонсоров чемпионата. Вы можете посетить дом российской формы, фудкорт, большой магазин официальных сувениров и билетные кассы. Фан-зона работает ежедневно за 2 часа до первого матча и открыта до 23 часов. Вход в фан-зону свободный.
Dear friends, we really hope that you enjoyed the game and thank you very much for your attendance. We would like to remind you that there are still some tickets available for the games of the IIHF World Championship, and we invite you to visit the games. We are also very glad to invite you to visit the official fan zone. On the left of the Mr. Garrett in the open space, you can find the on-stage performance of the public seekers, the fun activities, and prize drawings by the sponsor. You can visit the Russian farmhouse, a big food court, and the official merchandise shop for souvenirs. And you can also find the ticket office there. The fans of the locals and relate 2 hours prior to the first day and closes at 11 p.m. Please welcome, and the entrance is free.
Уважаемые зрители, мы благодарим вас за внимание и поддержку, желаю вам всего самого доброго и приглашаем вас в 20 часов 15 минут на второй матч сегодняшнего игрового дня между сборными командами Дании и Латвии.
Dear friends, thank you very much again for your attendance of this game, and the World Championship will continue with the game between the national teams of Denmark and Latvia. And the start of the game is in 2015. Thank you very much and see you later.
Чем бы ни играть, что бы ни любили и что бы любили не очень, наступает момент, когда все уходит на второй план, и нас объединяет одно.
Это наша игра, потому что хоккей в каждом из нас. Шкода – генеральный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею.
This is the decisive second. The second one you're at. The point of no return. This is where you meet yourself. This is where a new adventure begins. This is the moment. This is your time. Tiso.
Это спорт, где все относятся к своему делу по-особенному. И болельщики, и хоккеисты. Здесь...
За счетом 3-1 победила сборная команда.
Czech Republic 3, Kazakhstan 1.
Имеющая аналогов в Восточной Европе. Собственный товарный знак «Автозапчасти Патрон» с 2004 года. Товарный знак зарегистрирован в 21 стране мира. Автозапчасти Патрон. Побеждаем вместе. Наш лед. Наша скорость. Наша надежность. Наш характер. Наша поддержка. Наши победы. Это наша игра. Это наш хоккей. И это у нас не отнять. Ингосстрах. Официальный партнер чемпионата мира по хоккею 2016 года. Ты с уверенностью встречаешь любые испытания. А как насчет твоего лица? Новый крем для лица Nivea создан специально для мужчин. Он эффективно увлажняет кожу и защищает ее от сухости. Новый мужской крем Nivea. Уверенность тебе к лицу. Поддержи свою команду с Nivea. Nivea – официальный спонсор чемпионата мира по хоккею.
conviction and determination I need every day. The years of training, pushing myself to be the strongest, the sharpest. My dedication